She slowly takes her hands away from her mouth, nodding. It seems I must devour thy frail shell and consign thy soul to the abyss for all eternity.
Were-rat in depth. I got him. Another were-rat in depth. I just got him. I got 2 in this same pack.
And welcome back to episode number 33 of Planescape Torment Revisited. I didn't have a joke for today. I'm sorry. I'm not in a... I've been doing the robot thing for too long and I have extinguished my creativity for that joke. But I'm going to be back with better jokes. In the last episode we have... what have we done? We've shopped at the siege tower. And we've also went to the Galleria. We've died a horrible death for some guy called Gargadonian, whatever. He's very long name. Oh god, stop shooting me. Where am I going? Oh, I'm going to give the frost-aled mug with its content the frozen water from the Octanton or whatever, Octason, which is the bottom. Merryman. Hey, Merryman. Merryman squints up at you. Well, have you something that will wipe my mind of these accursed memories? I certainly hope you haven't returned without. You'll never get the keys to the Lora's heart this way. Wait, what? Excuse me? I do. Wait, what am I supposed to do with this? Okay, well, I have read up that while my brain here knew that this is River of Styx water, the game does not, or the nameless one in the game does not know that at all. So we need to go talk to Art and Curio Galleria again. It's so dark, man. Okay, and we need to talk to the lady, I think, to ask her about the statue. Or not the statue. I mean, it is a statue, right? With just crystals of ice. Oh, there's some shenanigans on the street. Ivana. I have some other questions. Oh yeah, one of yes I do. Actually, I can talk about everything. Well, first of all, let's do the Dark Birds of Orcanthus. All of them are chipped from the great magical sheet of black infinite ice that rests in the black belly of Plane of Orcanthus. Ivana pauses, tapping her chin. It is said that this sheet of ice is the final destination of the river Styx, and that the recollections of all that have plunged into the Styx memory-destroying waters still lie frozen within the eye. If the waters of the Styx destroy one's memories, would this ice from Orcanthus do the same? I could only assume so, yes. Okay, let's just take a look at the other. Chitin's animate chain. The chain comes from the city of Jangling Hitter, the city of chains that hangs on Minaros, which is the third layer of battle. It literally wanted to say that. Bam! Minaros! It's actually a card. I have it. The chains there are the finest in the multiverse, but the inhabitants of Jangling Hitter are Jangling Hider are malicious and cruel, using the chains as living weapons against all that enter their city and violate their laws. Chitons move about the city of chains as spiders upon webs, adorned in chains woven tightly around their bodies. Chitons possess power known as the Gift of Chains, which allows them to manipulate chains with their minds. It is believed that my Galeria's chains was animated during a battle in which the Chitons controlling it was slain with a cursed hammer, its life essence then passing into the chain itself. Nice. The Arcadian stained glass window. A stained glass window found and hovering on the third layer of Arcadia 32 years ago, foretelling a scene that had yet to occur. When the event came to pass, the images faded to leave what you saw behind. It is believed to have captured both the light and the darkness from the orb of night and day in Arcadia. Bam Arcadia again. Then slowly release it, creating a brief but slow fade of dawning and dusk, but only within the glass itself. Orb of Night and Day, Arcadia. Arcadia is a plane of peaceful order, also known as the Land of Perfect Good. The Orb of Night and Day is a sphere set in the top of Arcadia's highest peak. Each half emits either light or darkness. The turning of the orb gives Arcadia its day and night. Okay. Battle Horn of Acheron. The Cleansing Horn, a horn of beaten lead, metal drawn directly from the cube of Acheron. It is said that the Cleansing Horn sounded where the companies of the Jackal and the Gouged Eye clans met for their final battle at the disputed lands. Legend tells us that its horn powers were used near the battle's end to draw the floating cubes together, crushing the routing company of the Jackals before it could escape. Cubes? Acheron? Acheron is the place of harshly enforced order, where conformity is more important than good. It is composed of gigantic metallic cubes which float through an endless void. Many cubes are large enough that cities or entire kingdoms have been built upon their faces. Ruby Statuette. That piece was found in the cathedral in the fertile fields of Elysium. On the first layer, Amoria, the Untroubled, where it bordered the river Oceanus. Oceanus. I still don't know how to pronounce this properly. The name of the piece is not known, but the skill of the craftsmanship are believed to be one of the most striking examples of gem crafting in the planes. The mere way in which the piece captures, distills, and enhances the light through its facets is part of its breathtaking wonder. It seems to bring to light the possible ideological connection between even the most evil and the purest being in the multiverse. Fascinating. Okay. The statue of Screaming Man. Oh, you should ask about that. Just after a terrible noise, some patrons came running to me about the mangled corpse on the floor. The harmonium came to remove the body from the premises, but could find no perpetrator. I told them that, in all likelihood, some madman had released Gangroigedon and had been slain by his curse. But the old sorceress himself was nowhere to be found. I know nothing more. Okay, so yeah, we could have probably asked about it before. Yes, one of the paintings. Should I just ask about all of them? Possibly, right? Jesus. Shoreline. Karasutra is the layer of Beastlands, which is perfectly shrouded in night, filled with all manners of animals that stalk their prey in the darkness. A painter who had fallen in love with a cat lord. Bam! Cat lord! And followed her. Oh, it's a female cat lord. It's exactly the one from the card. Followed her to her homeland, gave the paintings to me. Never did he reveal to me the secrets of their construction. An interesting piece, yes? The painter managed a most interesting effect with forms in the cliff's shadow. The woman who brought me this piece told me if she found it in an abandoned camp on the outlands. The original painter was never found. Presumably they were slain by the same raiders whose image they captured in the painting. Hazathoth and the Consumption of Nagar. This painting is a copy from the wall of the one of the gatehouse, a civil's largest asylum cell walls. All the occupants could speak was, Hazathoth has consumed Nagar. Hazathoth has consumed Nagar. A bit frightening, I think, but a fine painting nonetheless. Gatehouse is the madhouse, insane asylum in Sigil. So, yeah. Oh, I mean, it literally says it. Wow. Okay. Let me ask about another painting. Surface of Salacia. Salacia is the sea in which the river Oceanus, which winds through most of the plain of Elysium, begins and ends. Yeah, I mean Oceanus goes through more than Elysium, but yeah, Salacia is the bottom, the sea. I have a painting. I have my own art. Look, the bottom there. Bam! That's Salacia. Yeah, it's right there. The piece was painted by one of the Menes Island's inhabitants. Okay. The library. I know very little about this piece. It simply arrived on the doorstep of my Galeria one day, swathed in black cloth and labelled "From the Citadel." One knowledgeable patron hypothesized it might be some great sorcerer's fortress, suspended within a demiplane of their own creation. Oh, is this gonna be what I think it is? Spoilers. I might be there at one point. Let me talk about another painting. The Folly of Udo. This painting illustrates one of the legends of the prime world Gotha. Udo was a wizard king of such skill and power that he set to casting a spell that would turn himself into a power, so a god, and the people of his great nation into divine servants. With the spell's completion, lightning crashed down around Udo's palace, setting it ablaze, and before the thunder had died away, the city was empty, not a living thing to be found. Over 70,000 people vanished without a trace in a heartbeat. No one knows the fate of Udo or his people. How about Veiled Beneath Clangeddin? Bulbuk Stonestone sold this painting to me. If it's of a field beneath Mount Clangeddin, the home of the dwarf Einherjar, spirits of the upper planes who served as guardians or warriors in the plane of Arcadia. Okay, that's some nice lore. I don't think it's actually relevant to the story in any way, but it's nice to read them. Ooh, Grey Hag of Oinos. Yeah, I was gonna say Oinos, I think it's Hades, right? So, Grey Waste. This is said to be a portrait of Ravel Puzzlewell, very likely the most evil hag ever to have terrorized the Grey Waste and beyond. Okay, so it is Ravel. I was thinking it's another hag, but I guess it's the same one. What do you know of Ravel? She's a night hag, one of the eldest Grey Sisters in the Wastes, who came to Sigil many centuries ago to pursue arcane experiments. I think we've had that. Yeah. Okay, we have already seen this. We just didn't. I had questions about the paintings. Wave motion study. A young man whose name I do not know sold me this piece. It was one of several he had, but the others already had owners, or so he said. I would so like to possess the entire collection, but alas, it often seems some things are not meant to be. Well, that's just that. Moments glance from the walls of Mokma. Mokma is a Giftrai fortress which floats in the plane of Limbo. Oh! Well, I don't need to do any of the research in the previous episode. The moment's glance was painted by the chaos scholar Dai, who remembers everything she sees with perfect clarity when she is not stricken with madness. Oh, okay. So that's it. Where could I find? Yeah, that's that. Never mind. We can leave. Now we can probably go and finally do something with Merriman, and then we can go back and solve at least some quests. And when we go back to the brothel, I'm actually having one concern, because there is the Modrons there, and I have already learned that Modrons will be hostile towards Nordom. And I haven't really even talked to them yet, properly. Here, take this mug. It holds the dark bird of Ocanthus, a sliver of ice from the river Styx. It should wipe your memories clean. Merman takes the mug and removes a piece of paper from his pocket. He tilts the mug back and takes the ice into his mouth. It melts instantly, leaving him with a somewhat startled expression. Merriman?
Dated my journal.
Yeah. Merriman looks at you confused at the paper in his hands. He reads aloud. Congratulations, Merriman. You've begun again. Thank the man in front of you and give him the key to in your pocket. Speak to Splinter, the man at the door to his building, for more information. He looks to you again. Well, it would seem I owe you thanks, good sir. Here, take this key. I'd best find this Splinter fellow and find out what's going on. Thanks, Merman. Good luck. Okay, so now I got the key to Dolores' heart. Yeah, Dolores' keys. The pair of keys attached to a keychain from which a heart-shaped charm dangles. The surface of the heart is inscribed with hundreds of tiny numbers and the word Dolora. Nice.
All right.
So we can figure out a couple of things, and maybe it's time to talk to the girls again, because I know that there's some things that I'm
gone.
Could have maybe already. Man, it's so dark. Why is it so dark? Do you not have any lights? What is the time? It's 10 p.m. only. Man, it's gonna be dark for a while.
All right.
Okay, so first of all, what were the problems that the girls have? Okay, Vivian's personal scent, Marissa's veil, sell a companion into slavery. That's my current goal. But I know I want to talk to Echo Okay, Nini Nine Nice. Nanny Nine Nice. Is there anything new with you? Kimaxi said someone's been taking things from her room.
Updated my journal.
Oh, I guess I've not seen that. And then I suddenly go white. Oh, that's right! You know, once I saw a man sneaking out of Kimaxi's room while she was out talking to Patron. I watched the front door all day, but he never ever left. Isn't that odd? I don't think he could have made it out the window, and so I never figured out where he went. And then I totally forgot about it. Weird, huh? Yes, it is. Okay, so I guess we have learned something new. I bet Dolora knows. Okay, so maybe if I help Dolora, she's gonna tell me about Echo, and then I could do the thing with Echo. Hey, it's Modrons, and I have Nordom. Okay, Dolora. Where are you, Dolora? You're not here, Dolora. Are you here, Dolora? No, that's the room of these of Marissa, right? She's the Gorgon. Okay. Dolora, where are you, Dolora? Excuse me? Okay, actually Juliette is something. Juliette is someone. Montag seems disinterested. If he's not going to fight for me, is he not going to fight for me then? No, he won't. I recall him saying something about another lover of his own, too. Juliet looks shocked. He said, what? How could I have been so... Oh, it would appear as if my relation had the troubles I so desired, and I merely missed him in all my melancholy. Perhaps. I have some questions now. What can you tell me about the silent prostitute? Nothing. Vivian Sand? Nothing. Marissa's Crimson Veil? Nothing. Never mind. Okay. So I guess Juliet has been... I don't really like the stuff that's happening, but I guess it is happening. Ooh, maybe Nordom has a tail. Let's do that. Yes, I have. I've already... Wait. I already said that story, right? Or maybe I didn't. Okay. Yeah, there's another story. Okay, there's more stories than I have, apparently. The tale concerns the suitor of the Lady of Pain, one of many over the years. He was a young man who was obsessed with the mistress of Sigil. He saw her everywhere, in every corner of her city. He would hear the rustling of her robes, the scrape of her blades, and grew infatuated beyond all reason. He hoped that if he worshipped her, that he would at last be able to see her, and so worship her he did. He was found dead on the blood-soaked steps of his own home, grievous stab wounds covering the whole of his body, but his eyes were open wide, and upon his lips was a triumphant smile. Okay. Farad. Ives leans forward as you tell the tale of the fall of Farad. Okay, and now one for me. Once came a man who had experienced the most beautiful thing in the multiverse. It was his intention to place the experience within one of the civic Factols sensory stones, magical devices which held feelings and memories for an eternity, leaving them for others to partake of. But he thought about it. Wouldn't its being shared dilute the experience? So he held it to himself, precious thing that it was, and aged with the memory. But as he aged, the memory became tarnished and beaten, and he could no longer recall the glory of the experience. Okay, agreed. I have another, story of Ignis, which I don't know how I know it, but I guess I'm gonna tell it. The art that burned within him. The execution for me. Okay. Once a murderer roamed Sigil's streets, a black-hearted man by the name of Cossacks. He had been blessed by his abyssal mother, so that no one could strike him with an intent to harm, or they themselves would die. He revealed in his blessing, using it to start fights and murder anyone who crossed his path. Wow. During one of his murderous rages, he was captured by the Harmonium, with nets and brought before the governors. The trials was short, final, yet Cossacks laughed at the proceedings, knowing that no one among them could harm him without dying horribly. At the final day of his trial, he was proclaimed guilty and sentenced to death. Cossack's sentence, proclaimed by governors, was this: confinement for thrice 30 days, during which time you should give up your life, be declared dead, and your body removed when all signs of life cease. Cossacks laughed and dared any of them to try and harm him, yet the court was silent. The mercy killers led Cossacks to their prison and locked him in a dark, empty cell. There was no cot, no lights, and the only door was a steel grate in the ceiling. As they lowered him into the cell, the mercy killer told him, "In the corner of your cell you found a chalice. It holds poison. Your death will be swift." "Aren't you going to execute me?" Cossacks snarled at the guard. "No one in Sigil shall lay a hand on you with intent to harm," came the mercy killer's reply. "Then I spit on your cowardice." Cossacks laughed, feeling for the chalice in the darkness, then hurling it at the wall and shattering it. Its poison dripped from the walls and dried until it was no more. "Come then, you'll have to try and kill me now." But there was no response from the grate in the ceiling. It was then the Cossacks noticed the cell had no cot, no light, and no food and water. All that remained was the shattered chalice, the poison gone, and for the first time Cossacks knew the icy touch of death's approach. In twice 30 days, the grate opened and Cossack's body, now cold, was taken from the cell. It had given up its life, and the execution had been carried out. And Nordom, if you have a story to tell, please trade it. Okay, now this is gonna be challenging. In the 13.7th revolution, we were required to fix gear and cog subset 31 on the 5th ring of Mechanus. We removed the obstruction and the gear turned as per its normal speed. Upon completing our task, we were then returned to the source. What in the hell was that, you stupid polygon? It was the most boring story I've ever heard. It was what took place within embellishments, of course. Embellishments? I thought the return to source was a particularly fitting image to close the tale. I've smiled. A fine tale, Nordom. And now I've got one for you and your companions. Flowers and sensates. There was a man who read much of flowers, essays, treatises, biological texts, poetry, and as such considered himself well learned in the way of flowers. One day he came across a half-blind gardener who tended the sensate gardens. Who was blind in the way of flowers? What? Hold on. There was a man who read much of flowers, essays, treatises, biological texts, poetry, and as such considered himself well learned in the way of flowers. One day he came across a half-blind gardener who tended the sensate's gardens. Who was the blind in the way of flowers? Is that wow? So you're thinking is this an allegory that theoretical knowledge and not having to do with flowers actually makes you actually blind in the way of flowers, and the guy who tends the flowers but is half blind knows more about flowers because he deals with the flowers himself? I guess it was. I don't think it's a very well written story, I'll be honest with you. I have another story to tell with you. I don't think I have anyone anymore. Okay, I came here to find Dolora, and somehow... Actually, hold on, Kimaxi. I had some questions. Well, I know... who are you? Okay. Where the hell is Dolora? Dolora? Vivian, Mordom's. Oh, Anna and Fall from Grace are just living in the brothel now. Where is Dolora? What the flip? It's not in Juliet's room. Echo, brothel player, Vivian. Did you are you hanging out outside the doors? No. Nini Nine Nice is just here. Okay, maybe Dolora is with Marissa then? Have I looked in here? Oh, no, I haven't. And that's where she is. It's exactly there. Okay. Dolores' eyes flash as he sees you. Did you find him? Has he agreed to return the keys to my heart? Yes, I have the keys to your heart. Here they are.
Journal.
At last! She takes the keys from her grasp. Her hand brushes against yours. Her skin is dry with icy to the touch, like cold metal. These will be of great use to me. I thank you. Of course, Dolores. I had some questions. What can you tell me about the silent prostitute? There you go. Yes, her name is Echo. Her voice, and in fact, her every means of communication, was stolen and destroyed. Echo's words once wooed away the paramour of the godling Paramisha. Paramisha, in a jealous rage, tore away Echo's voice, sealed it within a crystal vial, and hurled it into a Megagolamandraga's maw. What the frick is a Megagolamandraga? Megagolamdraga. Yeah, okay. Echo's voice is forever lost to her. Only another new voice could return to her the ability to communicate once more. I know this because I spoke to Paramisha's paramour myself once. Okay. Vivian sent... Okay, so that's... Oh. Hey Mort, you have leveled up. Let's do that. Level up, +1 fist. What? What do you mean +1 fist? 1 attack per round? 1 slot? Oh, hold on, maybe it is a slot. It's not a slot. Oh, +1 fist. This thing. Yeah, okay. Weapon proficiency. I was confused for a moment there. Okay, let's go to Echo and try to fix her voice. Do you got Fiend's Tongue and we need this other thing too, Deva's Tears, right? That's to soothe even though the Fiend's Tongue. Yeah, okay. So we got these 2 items. And Echo with Laughter. Where is Echo? Echo's right here, okay. Echo! This striking young woman has a skin the color of burnished copper and... Yeah, I mean, we know all of this. I have some questions. May I ask why you can't communicate? Was your voice stolen? She nods vigorously, clasping her hands together and smiling at you. Do you know of any way to get your voice back? She shakes her head, her face brought in frustration. She then looks at you pleadingly, as expecting an answer. I need to know your name to ask you about your voice. Is it Echo?
Updated my journal.
I swear I'll look away to return your voice.
Updated my journal.
Okay, and now... Oh yes, there you go. I've gotten this Fiend's Tongue for you. Echo looks at you hopefully as you approach her, biting her lower lip. She raises her eyebrow and gives you a skeptical look. I'm told you should place it in your mouth. You'll regain the ability to communicate. She nods and takes the bottle from you. She gingerly picks out the severed tongue from the briny solution, and after staring at it for a moment in disgust, places it into her mouth. Suddenly her eyes widen and there is a burst of reddish light from her in between her lips. Are you alright? Echo opens her mouth, closes it, then opens it once more and speaks. I can speak again. Oh, joy! I then... Damn thee to the darkest of pits, thou stench-ridden worm! Kneel before me in supplication, insect! Yikes! Echo yelps and covers her mouth with both hands. Her eyes are wide in panic. It must be the Fiend's Tongue! She slowly takes her hands away from her mouth, nodding. It seems I must devour thy frail shell and consign thy soul to the abyss for all eternity. Thou shalt serve in my battle thrall. Till the plains grind to a halt, thou art mine! Echo shuts her mouth again and begins to softly, quietly weep. Wait! Try using these Deva's Tears. They should soothe the song's cursing. Wow! 30,000 XP again. She nods, smiling, and takes the vial from you. Echo places a few of the sparkling blue drops onto her tongue. I believe the tears are working. Yes, they are! I can speak in my own voice once more. Oh, how I thank you! Echo squeezes your hand and bows her head gratefully, her eyes welling with tears of joy. It was my pleasure to help.
Nordum has improved.
Why do I just say farewell? I want to talk to you about Ravel Puzzlewell, goddammit! That was literally the reason to do this. But I will level up Nordom. Saving throws, fighting skills, blah blah blah. Saving, yeah, okay. Well, that's not. Alignment is lawful neutral. Lawful neutral. Okay, I'm just looking if lawful neutral. There's a lot of lawful neutral people in my party. Okay, Echo, I have some questions. What can you tell me about Ravel Pazawal? Echo nods and lowers her voice. In fact, I do. Not only does she exist, she has children. She... what? One of them is here, at times. Kasai Ceres. She's a child of Ravel's, though she's loath to accept the fact. Who could blame her? She pauses for a moment, thinking, I have never gotten her to admit it, though. I am sure it is true. Interesting. Okay, I guess this is what she tells me. Vivian Sand, no. Marissa's Crimson Shake, no. Okay, so Kasai Ceres is a child of Ravel, as what I've learned. That's an interesting discovery. I'm gonna talk to Kasai Ceres, and then I'm gonna finish it up and get to unboxing. Kasai Ceres smiles warmly as you draw near her, pushing a wavy lock of hair away from her bright crimson eyes. Well, greetings once again. Something I can do for you, Kasai, are you Ravel's daughter? Kasai suddenly bares her teeth, her eyes narrowing to slits of blazing crimson. What? Where did you hear such a thing? Just a rumor, that's all. Ridiculous! I think I'd know if that wicked hag was my own mother. Now stop bothering me about it. Who is your mother, then? I don't know, alright? My father raised me. I never knew her. But I do look like a night hag. To you? Well... No, of course not. Kasai Ceres glares at you, her eyes blaring. Perhaps we'll speak later, but I'm no longer in the mood. Farewell. Okay, well, we shall speak later then. Maybe I should have been less pleasant about this and more straightforward. But let's finish it for tonight. I say night, but it's literally a bright sunny day. And let's get to yet another unboxing. Booster pack, escalation pack number 2 of Factols and Factions. Let's go.
Right, so welcome back. It's a week later, but for me it's literally 20 seconds later. I just opened the previous pack of these. Escalation Pack 2, Factols and Factions. It's another 1995. 15 Blood Wars. 15 Blood Wars. Yeah, so let's open another 15 Blood Wars. Because this pack is just waiting to be opened this time around. Another one is tamper-proof pack, random sequencing, expandable. I don't know why they have to advertise that it's a tamper-proof pack. I don't really understand. There's a really loud train outside, don't mind it. Okay, so this is the last Factols and Factions I have. Yeah, so 3 is Powers and Proxies. And I've just now realized that they're all alliterations. Rebels and Reinforcements, Factols and Factions, Powers and Proxies. How smart I am to figure it out finally after all these months of, dealing with these cards. Okay, let's open them up. Last time I've done very well. I'm hoping to return in the glory. Hopefully. Oh god, this one is not going to be so nice, is it? Nope. This one is going to be trouble. I have to take it down. Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay, I got it. I got it. Let's do it slowly. So last week, or 5 minutes ago, was horrible. Only 4 new cards for 11 things that I already had. This is by far the worst of them all so far. The result. Okay. So I'm gonna split them into 2 packs again. I'm thinking that this is actually correct, my assessment from last time that I have. So 2 little things. Again, I put this in the view. So these ones are gonna be base set, and these ones are gonna be rebels and reinforcements. So let's see if that's true. Card number 1, Were-Rat in Depth. I got him. Lawful Evil. Literally over there. I don't even have to like look for him. I got him. He is a double. Moondog. I had him before, and I had him 20 minutes ago or 5 minutes ago. I got him again. Not great. Apotheon Archer, Neutral Evil. I feel like I have her. It's a girl. I feel like, what is she? Neutral Evil? Neutral Evil? I do have her. I do remember well that I have her. Okay. The Cynical Wizard, though, is an Athar. And I don't think I have him. Chaotic Good, Cynical... Warlord. Not this. No! I don't have him. He is a new guy. Wow, okay. So let's just put him... This is going to be bad. They're all like floating around, like hovering. Yeah, hovering. Okay, let's just do that. Bam! It's another card. Shitty cam, tell me. Oh, it's a where from the shitty cam. I can't read, but I think it's a where. It's a bugbear something. Oh, it's a hobgoblin there. It's not the. But I think I got him. Neutral Evil again, and I'm just jumping in between, like literally just the 2 of the same thing. Where is Neutral Evil? Neutral Good. Neutral. Yeah, hobgoblin better. I have him. So I only have 1 new card so far. Another Were-Rat in Depth. I just got him. I got 2 in this same pack. Okay, well, I mean, populating Lawful Evil decks. That's good. The Bleak Battalion. It's a legion from Pandemonium. Black Cabal, Human and Dwarf, 10. So it's a good battalion, and I think I have it. Neutral Good. Yeah, I definitely have them. Okay, Factols and Factions. Not good for me. Not Lizard Man. I have him. I have the Lizard Man. He's an acolyte of the Revolutionary League. Cutter. 5/5. So he's not horrible. And I'm not sure. No, he's Doppelgangers. I just got them again. And Hard-Headed Dwarves, I just got them, and I had them before. I got only 1 new card so far. But then I got these cards, which are actually from the expansion. So let's take a look. Red Death Mark. That's the Chase. I don't have it. Mars Mercy Killers. The Legion assigned this card triples the CS bonus of any Fate item cards it holds. The Legion assigned this card. So does it have to be a Mercy Killer Legion? Maybe. I have to read up on this. Because like... it's an acolyte of Mercy Killers, and I think you can play it only with. But that's good. Triples? Wow. Factal Terrans. I think I got him. Lawful Good. Warlord. I do. He's the weakest one. He's literally the worst one of them all. Hive Ward. Now, this is a question. I know there's 2 Hive cards. Yes, Hive Ward and the Hive are different. I've got the Hive, I don't have the Hive Ward, so that is actually new, as I suspected. Okay, this one. Tell me it's great. What is this one? Oh, it's a building. It's a building. It's the prison, isn't it? I got it. I have it already. So I already have it. That's a shame. Yeah, I like the shitty cam questing. So this card and the shitty cam. It's a Factols skull. Yep, I already have them. So I only got 3 new cards this time. Is that even worse than last time? I got 4 last time, and now I got 3. That is even worse. What can I do? Yep, that's it. I've opened this one. This one is gonna go down in history as even worse than the last time when I said it was the worst. Well, I mean, I keep saying it's the worst because of just purely the balance of numbers between what I had already and what I didn't have. But all of these cards are precious, so it's not that I'm losing anything here. My decks are going to be more populated with good stuff. Like, you know, if I do a single-based deck, I have another battlefield to fit in with the other ones, even though they're the same. They're not unique, so they could both in the deck. I got these Factols, who are all unique, so technically that's not very good, but that's fine. But the legions are always useful. Right, thanks for watching. Well, until the next escalation pack opening, there's going to be a lot more time to pass between, you know, for me, for you it's going to be always a week. For me, this might be a long time this time around because I've got other business to attend to. So hopefully I won't die of, you know, withdrawal. Maybe not. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next episode of Planescape Torment Revisited and opening. So next week we're opening Powers and Proxies already. Hopefully the Powers and the Proxies treat me better than Factols and Factions. Because these two, great disappointment in terms of new cards. But what can you do? I don't have anybody to complain to. These are no longer in print for 28 years. Goodbye. Fallout.